It's rather a pity that your uncle's home wasn't rigged up with cameras too. Start with the puppy cam. Then there's the CCTV cameras monitoring the outside of the house, the motion sensors fitted to all the windows.
It's not a crime to be security conscious.
How about the tracker you secretly installed on your wife's phone? And the tiny, almost undetectable screw-head cameras you concealed in every room, including the bathroom. Did your wife know about those too? The same cameras responsible for the video footage you hid from the police on the tablet you claimed you lost.
Again, it's not a crime to install cameras in your own home.
Except it was no longer your home, was it? Those cameras were in fact installed after you had moved out, after your marriage had ended.
No.
Fortunately, the police were able to recover your missing tablet and its contents. Video footage, all indeed recorded after you had moved out, proving beyond all reasonable doubt that not only were you lying to the police when you claimed you had only installed one camera, of which Mrs. King was aware, but that you knowingly withheld evidence. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, ask yourselves, are these the actions of a man whose only motivations were safety and security? After you've considered that, ask yourselves, just what else might Mr. King have lied about today?
It was pretty fun at first, being able to watch Piper on the puppy cam whilst we were out. But it stopped being fun when I realised it wasn't just the dog Tom was keeping tabs on.
The camera was for the dog, and the dog alone. The fact is, Belle could have just as easily caught me having a private conversation. Maybe she did.
I even thought he had access to my laptop, after he pretty much threatened that private photos on there, photos that he had taken, could easily fall into the wrong hands.
I don't recall making any such threat. Now, if I did mention the photos, it would have been for Belle's own protection. I know I was always on at her about installing security updates on her laptop, but again, not for my benefit.
So when I found those tiny cameras in the house, I felt sick. Because I didn't know how long they'd been up there, or how many more there were. And I finally thought I was free of him. But he could never let me go.
It was only ever about keeping Belle safe. I was her husband. And I realize it might sound a little old-fashioned, but... well, I saw that as my responsibility. And it was a responsibility I took seriously.
Still can't wrap my head around all those cameras he had. Just watching her.
I don't know about any of you, but a couple of years ago, we got one of those video doorbells, you know, the ones that connect to your phone. So I checked mine in the break, just to make sure my husband had walked the dog. But if I'm honest, they can be a bit addictive, that little hit of power that you get. But when does it stop being something that is a little bit embarrassing to admit and becomes something else entirely? I'm not exactly sure where that point is, but I think we all recognize when a line has been crossed. And without a doubt, Tom crossed it.